So some of you might be asking, what's next? The truth is I didn't really know what's next. I just know that when I started out, people said I couldn't do it. Previously on Sailing Miss Lone Star, you saw me give Stefan a little hose down in the boatyard. Little Miss finally gets the pink paint job I've been waiting for. And with a splash of blue paint that Stefan wanted. Her lettering turned out incredible, thank you to our friend Lance. We're almost ready to get this little gal back into the water.
Little Miss Unicorn! Yay! Oh, Bianca and Aubrey's gonna love that.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody on Club 500 that is supporting this cause and that's laughing with us in the Facebook groups and that is hanging out with us on Patreon. Club 500 is for everybody that is supporting this cause. 500 people's names on this boat, 500 free Vimeo codes, 500 names in the ebook that we are creating, your tips, your comments in our ebook, 500 people that's laughing their asses off me when I am doing the paint wrong.
This week on Sailing Miss Lone Star. Hey you guys, welcome back to Sailing Miss Lone Star. I'm Aubrey, as some of you may know. I have some really exciting news for you guys. I'm getting my captain's license, and I wanted to tell you a couple things about that. So a lot of people say, what do you need? Where should you go? How do I do it? So the best way to go about it is to just start sailing. So the requirements are 360 days on the water, and a day is considered 4 hours, and 90 of those days need to be within the last year. So for those of you that have been watching for a long time, I have been out there gathering my days, gathering my hours for almost 3 years now, and I have enough to get my 100-ton master's license. So the tonnage depends on what size of boat you've been on for how long, so you guys can kind of figure that out. Gross tonnage and actual tonnage is an odd math equation, so I'm not going to tell you how to figure that out, but looks like I will qualify for my 100-ton. So I'm very excited about that. I'm going to get my captain's license at the Annapolis School of Seamanship, which is in Annapolis, of course. They are amazing. The people there are so kind and definitely know what they're talking about. So you guys are going to get to see the school, and you get to see me working on some of my chart work. So stay tuned, come along. This is going to be part one of a two-part series of me getting my captain's license. Founded in 1965, Annapolis became an import port for shipping barrels of tobacco to England. Sailing ships returned from across the Atlantic Ocean and up the bay into the Annapolis harbor. Eventually, the large ocean sailing ships that once packed the Annapolis harbor were replaced by smaller boats that were used to harvest oysters, which are the biggest moneymaker in Annapolis. Good morning, everybody. We are at the inn at Horn Point in Annapolis. While in Annapolis, I'm staying at an inn. It's within walking distance of the school. And you have to check out my breakfast. Looks like we have fruit and coffee on the way. The school is just a half-mile walk, which is really beautiful with these beautiful little houses. So this is a very relaxing place to stay, even though I'm studying pretty much all day and night. A friend of mine had sent me a Captain in a Box course, which I thought was a wonderful idea. I was so thankful, I was ready to do it. And then I opened up the material and I realized just how difficult getting your captain's license is.
It's a brand new day for working on the boat. Captain Monkey is still doing her captain's course and I am just finishing up the stuff that we couldn't do before she left. So today it's raining, and the nice thing of being in a hard under this tent is that you can actually work. So I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do today. It's going to be a nice fun day full of good projects, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's do it. Okay guys, so Aubrey installed this little guy in the back. It's going to be a saltwater shower and also to spray off the cockpit. So she put in that, but the piping is not there yet, so I'm gonna finish the piping and just connect that right now. And then we can shower in the cockpit. That's exciting. Okay, let's talk batteries. Lithium obviously has the advantage that you can draw as much possible out of them. It's almost like a cell phone battery that you can just discharge and charge, discharge and charge a long time. So obviously we cannot go with lithium batteries because we don't have enough space. And what I've decided on is 4 deep cycle Duracell batteries, group 27, and they give me each 90 amp hours. I'm gonna take some of these pad eyes and I'm gonna put that down and strap them so that when we're sailing it's not going to move around. I'm going to show you how we can do that, and then we're going to do all the other electrical fasteners today.
Welcome to the Annapolis School of Seamanship. They offer an array of different courses, from diesel mechanics to a certification in electronics, all the way to the U.S. Coast Guard OUPV 100-ton Masters. So there's 4 parts to the test. The first part, and the most difficult part for some, is the rules of the road. And that's just the Coast Guard's rules. And you have to get 90% on that test. So it's difficult. I think you can only get 5 wrong. So yeah, that's a little nerve-wracking. That's the lights, and that's who has the right of way, and it's a big book full of just things you never really thought of.
So I have green and I have blue, but I don't know how to make teal. So hello lovey. How are you? How's the class going?
My name's Audrey.
Yeah?
I sit here.
Cool. Listen, sweetheart, I need to make teal paint for the bottom, and I don't know how. I have a blue can and I have a green can. How do I make it? Yeah? Okay. Okay, I'll try my best. Okay, I can't promise anything. I'm gonna have to ask these guys to help me. Everyone on YouTube. Yeah. Okay, I love you. Good luck, bye. So she says start with the blue and add the green until it looks like the star on the bow. I mean, I can figure out how to do electricity and I can figure out a lot of things, but I'm not sure I can figure that out.
Although try as he might, Stefan isn't ever going to be my first choice for painter.
See what it looks like. If it's not right, it's your fault. I got nothing to do with it. It's still blue. I don't know what to do. Add more green obviously, but I feel like I should have started with the green and added the blue. Okay, I now added all the green and all the blue, and if it doesn't work, then I don't know, then we have to get another green or something, but it's still so blue. Okay, I got it to a baby blue, but this is not, I think, what it should be, so I'm not gonna put this on. I'm gonna wait for Aubrey.
And then the second part, which I thought was kind of the hardest, was the chart plotting, because if you're my age, you really probably haven't messed with charts a whole bunch. Everybody in my class is like around 50 or 60, except for one other young man, and all are men. But most of them had seen paper charts before, and I hadn't. So just getting my hands on them for the first time was a little intimidating. And I'm really excited to learn. I want to learn more and more. I'm like into it now.
As you guys know, Aubrey is at her captain's license right now, which is very exciting. She's doing her 100-ton license. Man, I'm so excited for her. She says it's really tough work. She's studying so hard, but it's all worth it. Today, I am going to try and make this little girl look so much nicer for them when they come back. So she had to leave before the anti-fouling was done, so I'm gonna do the anti-fouling today. The autopilot's in, the wind instruments are in, the water is done like you saw. So we did all the major projects before she left, and now it's my turn to make it look nice for them. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this blue tape as close as that as possible, and then we'll clean that. We're gonna fix that, glass that back right into the keel, which I'll show you how to do. Get that off with a scraper, and then paint this baby. Got some music going. Now the work starts, baby. Okay, so today I'm gonna show you guys something I learned from a very old salty sailor. So if you want to do your bottom, you have to obviously sand it first. So what you can do is get a dry wall sander, and then we're gonna spray the boat down, and then we're gonna use this. It is so much easier to do it like that. You just use about 1 or 2 pads on each side. And who wants to stand and sand with sanding paper on a hull? Not me. Let's do it. You see it becomes a little sandy like that. That's exactly what you want, and you'll just spray that off. Put on the anti-fouling. So there's some quick tips for you on how to anti-foul your boat without having to do it with sandpaper.
And a horizontal clearance right there. Those are things, again, measured. They told me down in the notes that's measured at mean high water, right?
The 100-ton master's course is very challenging, but the staff and instructors were so helpful and encouraging during my time there at the Annapolis School of Seamanship. I cannot thank them enough. The other part is deck general, which is just knowing what parts of the boat, like what is a boom, what is a dog, what is a, just different terms and terminology for the boat.
So, seeing that we're busy with projects to make the boat look nice, I have made these 2 pieces that's going to go on top of the poop tank, so that you can hide the pipes very nicely and it looks neat. Plus we have some storage. 2 flies with 1 hit. So there you have it. Both sides are painted. I'm gonna wait for that to dry, and now I can go and do the next job.
Is navigation general, which is basically weather. If there's anything that I would want to change about the course, would be more focus on weather, because I feel like to be a safe sailor or a safe boater, you need to really know the weather. That will keep you out of a lot of trouble. I'm very excited. This has been a long time coming. I took time away from my family to sail. I sailed with a lot of different captains, good and bad and in between. And I'm just very excited and very proud to be here and be doing this right now. And I'm so thankful you guys are here with me.
Good morning, people. It is the last day before we move the boat outside of this beautiful tent that we've been working in. So today we're gonna wrap up everything that we've been doing. So my electricity project's almost done. It was quite the adventure to do the electricity, to say the least, because like I told you guys, it's not something that I've really done before, except for the odds and ends, change a light bulb, etc. This I'm not schooled in electricity, but I found something online called YouTube. Don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it's a site with like a red little play button. Check it out. There's another site I found on there called Sailing with Lone Star. It's amazing. Any case, so a lot of research and a lot of reading about it, and Bianca's pencil, and I'm finally at the end stage. So what I've done was I replaced all the wires in the boat. So I went through every single wire and I pulled everything out. So I showed you guys the panel I bought for 40 bucks, and I cut it up, and here it is. So that's exciting. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 and 9. 19 breakers. 25 amps, 5 amps, 10 amps. So I've split the two breakers into, or the two panels into two different sections. I'm gonna show you how. So on the first one we have the compass light, the running lights, steaming lights, anchors, spreaders, the spare mast lights, the VHF, the electronics, and the autopilot. So the first breaker, this one, or the first panel, this one, will basically be all the running stuff of the boat, right? And then on the second one, which is this one, I've decided to put the freshwater tank, the saltwater tank, a spare, and then cabin lights, propane, accessories. So, wired everything nicely. Now I'm gonna label it, and I'm gonna make the panels look nice, and then we're really ready to rock and roll. How do you spell compass? Is it one S or two S's? Compass. Compass. It's one S. It's one S, right? Okay, one S. Let's go. Okay, I'm done with the first panel, but I can tell you, Aubrey is such a neat freak. She's gonna say, doesn't look good. They're not all aligned. She's gonna take them all out, mark my words, she's gonna do them all over. So I think I'm not gonna do the second panel. Maybe I'll do it when I'm bored and I don't have anything else to do. So the first panel is done, it's marked. She's gonna probably rip it all out and do it over again.
Asking what's next. The truth is I didn't really know what's next. I just know that when I started out, people said I couldn't do it, and that was really the driving force in moving towards getting my captain's license, because if I could get licensed, then nobody could tell me that I couldn't do it. So here I am, and I can do it, and I'm so proud of myself. So yeah, I'm very excited. If you guys are wondering where you can get your captain's license, Annapolis School of Seamanship is great. There's many hotels around. Some of them are a little bit pricey, but the school is definitely worth it. They know their stuff, they're very professional, and they're there to help you through every step of the way. So I'm very appreciative to them. Thank you very much, Annapolis School of Seamanship. I love you guys. I'm really looking forward to taking more classes like weather and things like that. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you next week, and you can find out if I pass my test.
I just want to say, you know, don't let anybody tell you that boat work's not fun. If you're working and you know that you're going to be sailing around the world, man, that's so exciting. The batteries are in, the water pumps are wired, we have salt water on the back for a shower, we have now salt water in front. So I feel like the bones and the structure and all the systems on the boat is really well thought out now, and we're ready to go cruising. And I know she's not that pretty yet. I mean, look at these decks. But I guess there's no use in being the most beautiful ballerina at the show if you don't have any dance moves. But this one's got some dance moves, baby.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week on Sailing Miss Lone Star.